Okie dokie, we're going over our combine failed day 2. We blew up our account. We're going to go over today's trades. Now that we're like a little bit more, the day's over, we can be a little bit more objective about the whole thing. So, let's start with how the day went here. So it looks like we didn't get into any trades until about, maybe I should just pull this up. Let's just do this. This will be easier. So on the weekly, our session opened at about this 918 area. So it looks like we were here. God, it's really hard to tell without. Yeah, so we came out of the gates and we were rotational overnight. No, we were super bullish overnight. Jesus. We were super bullish overnight. We kind of ranged at our 989 area where we said that was kind of our A plus trade. Bullish overnight, and then we kind of just like we're really choppy around this area in this tight little range between our these points here, between this half gap here, and this was just this is this 909 low area. We were basically just chopping around here. Broke out, same thing, sold off to this area, chopped around, same thing, and then this time, I think what we need to notice was that this this half gap got tested. Wait, am I looking at the right fucking half gap here? Am I nuts? Okay, this review isn't going too hot. It's harder to just cross-reference the charts. That's what I'm having an issue with. Let's just look at this because we basically saw we were ranging between here and here pretty much for most of the early morning. We were ranging. I know we got this breakout, a pullback long. Didn't work out very much, and I guess we were smart to get out. I mean, this wasn't a smart trade. We shouldn't really be. I think if we're taking anything away from this, it's that we have to be taking shorts in these upper bands, and we need to be taking longs in these lower bands. And really, these standard deviations, these blue zones, are relatively no trade zones. And if anything, we should be shorting there. This short idea wasn't awful. This is probably our best trade of the day, this breakout pullback. That was super clean. I think we got it again here, but we only got it, we got just a short little rotation out of this thing. Just 1 point. 1 point of resistance. Same thing, I think we only took it another 1 point of resistance. We did a good job controlling our losses here, and this one kind of got away from us. Um, Another thing was this long idea here was fucking great. Look how great our entry was. It's a great entry. I think we need to just resort to trading these A plus areas where we're at the lower edge of our bands, and we have to hold to the um, next half gap. I think that's really our best trade. The risk versus reward ratio is so good. We need to be trading those, and we need to be seeing them all the way through. Let's look at the time frame. As far as I think this happened exactly noon. At noon, big sell-off, and we didn't reach our destination till exactly 2 hours later. So even if we took our first scale at the first hour, which would be here, that would have been okay, you know. And the second scale at the second hour, we would have gotten exactly where we wanted to. I think, and in this trade here, we were only in for 8 minutes. I remember we were only in for 8 minutes. Then again, this wasn't an A plus trade. These shorts here were awful. Look, we're shorting below VWAP. Stupid fucking mistake. And these longs, we should just not be. Look how much we fail in these areas. We fail most of the time. We really need to get to these unstable edges of value, and we need to have confluence with those half gaps. And our weekly has to really support our. The weekly has to support. The narrative has to be. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. I don't know if we should be just taking shorts here. I think we need to give ourselves some flexibility. It's too easy just to say short and long because this time frame is just completely different. But I mean, to be fair, it's very unusual that we retest and we hold this. I think, in retrospect, I think the same thing we got here, where we got winding up, breakout, pull back, and then we had another big. The first time we touched this was the A plus setup, and it worked out great. And we caught that in the sim. This retest, I think, was an opportunity for these people, everyone who shorted here, to get out. And I was pretty short-sighted with that. But then again, I wasn't really expecting this. I was expecting, like a short from here and to continue down. But I think coming into tomorrow, we're going to want to try to, jump this gap. But we have another half gap here to work with. And, at these upper edges of the weekly, we shouldn't really be looking for longs that often. If we're on a super fast trend up or something, but generally, and trading around a weekly VWAP is always messy as well. I think that's really it. I don't know what else to cover. I think we're refining our setup though. And we have big absorption here. Selling, it looks like. I mean, if we look at our overall, I think this is another thing too, is, generally we like to rotate around this zero area. So we should have been looking for shorts when we're above our neutral areas, and we should be looking for longs when we're below. I think we had a decent read of that here, and we just saw, the buying looks so weak here, but really it was quite strong. Look how much we got towards the end of the day. 16,000 contracts. That's insane. We just had so much buying. So that's really it.